Hi there. Welcome to Rome Business Radio. This is the Rome Floyd Chamber Small Business Spotlight. I am Roger Manus with Rome Business Radio. We are broadcasting from the Hardy Realty Studios, and we work in cooperation with the Rome News Tribune. And we are joined today from the Rome Floyd Chamber by Thomas Kislat, and our guest is Cindy Barnette, an insurance agent and producer with Coosa Valley Financial Group. Hello. How is everybody doing?
Hello, very good. How are you doing?
I'm hunky-dory. I always say that because that's what we say down south. Thomas, you were born in Germany, right? Thomas, do you understand what hunky-dory means?
Yes, I assume you feel great. Is that the right translation, or dandy? Is dandy a right translation for that? Maybe.
Yeah, I guess so. Thanks for joining us, Cindy, and Thomas. Thanks for representing the chamber in the show today. So, Cindy, just first and foremost, we're gonna talk about the Business Expo coming up in downtown Rome in a few weeks, and I know you guys are involved in that at Coosa Valley Financial Group. But as we were talking before the podcast, Coosa Valley Financial Group is kind of a broad name for a company that does a lot of things. So, Tell us what you do and how you can help customers.
Yeah, so like you said, we do a lot of things under one roof. We do insurance, so property and casualty insurance. That would be home, auto, motorcycles, commercial, business insurance. And then we also do life and health insurance, group benefits. So just about every type of insurance that you could need. And we're an independent agency. So what that means is that we have access to a lot of different companies. So we're able to shop around for our clients. So that seems to be something that's really helpful to people, because for some reason people don't enjoy doing that like we do. So that's one aspect of our business. We also do financial planning. Mark Busby, the owner of our company, he is a financial planner. So we offer that, and then also taxes and accounting. So yeah, a lot of things are going on here under one roof every single day.
And it's all of the stuff that is so critically important in life, but it's all of the stuff we probably procrastinate to worry about. Or take care of. But that's what you guys are there for, to make sure it gets done. Gets done properly.
It's nothing for us. We do it every day. But yeah, for the average person, it's just not something that people enjoy. So we can take over it for people and do a good job for them.
And what is Coosa Valley Financial Group's involvement this year in the Business Expo that is being put on by the Chamber in a few weeks?
Yeah, so this year we're actually a sponsor of the expo, so we're super excited about that. We've been preparing for it for weeks. We participated as a vendor several years ago, maybe 2015, and we enjoyed it then. We haven't participated again other than just attending. So we had been considering just getting involved again, and we just went for it this year. It's just signed up as a sponsor, and so we're really excited about that. We want the expo to go well. We want it to help our community and just get businesses back on track, especially right here before the holiday season, and just get everyone, just moving in the right direction again, and maybe back to normal-ish.
Yeah,
would be nice.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, Thomas, at the Chamber, I know you're basically the point person on handling some of the details of the expo. Can you give us a progress report on where we stand?
Yes, we still have a few available booths. So contact the chamber. Ask for Thomas. Shoot me an email. Still a few booths left, but really excited to see the turnout so far. People are believing in the local community, in the local economy, and want to kick off the holiday season with the expo. And at the same time, everybody takes advantage actually of our virtual component, which we probably can talk later a little bit about it. And because these days, you got to be prepared for everything. We'll have a virtual component. Super excited. Our food vendors will be there. We have lined up so far Provinos. So we have some delicious Italian food there. As always, Sweet Fox will take care of your sweet tooth needs. And coffee provider, I don't know if you heard, Roger, there's a new coffee non-profit organization in town called Java Joy.
Yes.
Java Joy. And one of our newest members, and they actually participate in the expo, and we are very stoked to have them on board.
That's great news for those of you that don't know Java Joy. We actually did a podcast with them a few weeks ago, so I encourage you to go back and listen. It's a fantastic concept, and I'm glad to hear that they're participating in the expo. They'll be passing out. Well, they have to pass out virtual hugs now I guess until we get through the pandemic. Like Thomas, how does it warm your heart to hear what Cindy had to say about Coosa Valley Financial Group wanting to jump in this year and be all in as a sponsor? That must make you feel good.
Yeah, that makes us feel good, and it's just proof of of our relationships with our local business community. We at the contact point, and we're trying to connect the dots, and we are thankful for all of our members, and we want to be the contact point to help them out to prosper and grow our community. That's in our mission statement. And it's always a win-win situation to be involved with the chamber. So very happy to see Coosa Valley Financial being a sponsor this year and taking advantage actually of this new unique opportunity. It's a strange year, 2020, as we all know, but there are lots of opportunities there as well. And one of them is a totally new platform I mentioned earlier that we created, the virtual component, which reaches out to a way broader audience, not just the local folks that actually come into the forum, into the arena and see you face to face. Now, I talked to Cindy several times about that. Invite all your clients. You may have out-of-state clients, or you may want to reach out to potential new customers on the West Coast. It's not a problem now with the virtual component. So it's a way broader reach, and we are really excited to bring that in this year, and from now on, hopefully have this virtual component there as well.
We've had fun kind of brainstorming and coming up with what to put on our virtual site. So doing little clips of each employee, and so that people can get to know us a little better, and just different ideas. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about that part of the expo this year.
So, Cindy, you mentioned part of your job description, you're insurance agent, but also producer. So I guess that means trying to secure new clients and things like that. When you're delivering a service and not necessarily a product, mm-hmm. And quite honestly, it can be a little bit of a dry service.
Yeah.
No offense. I'm sure you're a lovely person with plenty of personality.
Yeah. But I catch myself getting excited talking about insurance, and I have to calm myself down. Other people do not feel the same way.
What are the unique challenges in trying to, especially in a pandemic, create new customers and sell your services?
Mm-hmm. So I think already we were set up to do a lot of things electronically. So we're just doing more of that. We don't meet with clients a lot in person these days. We have some clients that want to come to the office, but we can do Zoom meetings like this for policy reviews. A lot of our companies that we use have their employees working from home. So there was a little bit of a rough period transitioning there with all of them, but that seems to be running smoothly now. So it's actually been pretty smooth for in all ways, just transitioning to that. And we've been really fortunate and blessed that our business wasn't impacted a lot. We just kind of had to change a few things, and we're able to proceed as we were.
Yeah, that's one of the interesting things I've noticed. And Thomas, maybe you can touch on that as well. A lot of the businesses that sell a product where I guess some products can be delivered, but some require a face-to-face so you can hand the product off. But some are services, and it seems to be the services were able to adjust more quickly because you could do virtual, you could do Zoom and things like that, while some of the like a restaurant had to adapt by adding a drive-through, things like that. So everybody's adjusting, I guess, is my ultimate point. But the companies that were service-based tended to maybe not have the bigger hit. Maybe I'm speaking in broad terms, but
definitely. We definitely had it easier.
And Lord knows if if they don't want to come by your office because they have to drive all the way across town, going back to my grandmother now, who used to say, "Oh, I can't go there; it's all the way across town."
I used to think that was really funny, and then I caught myself saying it a lot. The older I get, the more I'm like, it's all the way up this side of town. I don't want.
Yeah, you could be there in 10 minutes, but it is all the way across town. Yeah. Cindy, what is your professional background? How did you kind of get where you are? Are you a Rome native? And then,
so I grew up in Powder Springs, but I've lived here in Rome all of my adult life. So my children were born here and raised here. I worked at Armurchie Elementary School for several years. Prior to that, I worked for Universal Tax Systems, if you remember that company. Mm-hmm. I really enjoyed both of those jobs, and I miss working, especially at the school, a lot. But things changed. So my husband actually started this business with his partner, Mark Busby, and he passed away in 2013. So at that point, I just had a decision to make. So I came to work here, and that's when we added in insurance services. So we added a lot more to the business, and it's kind of grown since then. So it's been exciting to build something to help Mark, who now owns he owns the company, and so that's kind of wasn't kind of thrown into the industry, I guess, but I've really enjoyed learning and just learning a little more as I go about. There's so many different aspects to insurance, like you'd have no idea, but learning this product and getting to know people. So it's been pretty exciting.
Well, I guess, Thomas, what's interesting about that is that I guess that's the goal for the chamber, to see a business take root and slowly build its client base and be a part of Rome for many, many years.
Right. Let me just share a personal story. I actually found out by accident a few weeks ago, working with Cindy, planning the expo, that I'm actually a client of hers. And as you said earlier, Coosa financial services, insurance, we have lots of insurances there. It's kind of like a dry subject. You send an email, you get a phone call, you follow up, you get some protocols, and you get your statements. And the beauty of this Zoom world now, and also with the virtual component, is now we get actually a face, even though it's virtual, you get a face, and it's just exciting to see the creativity of those folks. Now we see like personal stories, and I'm really excited to see the little video clips. And now we actually know, well, I know who I have to deal with, or who is on the other line on the phone. So that's
like your insurance company now a lot, right?
Right. So that's really exciting. Because sometimes you just pick up the phone, the hotline, and you receive an email. But now in the new Zoom world, these things change, and there's like this personal touch, which is amazing.
Yeah,
something that we offer our clients that and I think maybe a lot of people don't understand this is that as an independent agency, there's another aspect to having insurance through us. So we bring in a new client, and then every year when their policy renews, we get a copy of that and we review it. And if they would like for us to, or if if there's a premium increase or whatever, we go ahead and reshop that. There's a whole renewal process every year that we take care of for our clients. So it's an added service, makes our clients' lives a little bit easier. So we're happy to be able to do that. And I think that maybe a lot of people, you hear independent agent, you don't really realize what that means if you haven't worked, or looked into it in the industry. So.
Is it possible though, as an independent agent, you could offer your clients services from a variety of companies?
Oh yeah,
sure.
Exactly what we do. Yeah.
So because the goal is to get them the best bang for their buck,
right?
And it may be this place for car insurance, but it may be this place for something else.
Right. Yeah, you can have them all of your policies. Ultimately, a lot of times it works out better to keep everything with one company. But yes, we have clients where things are split up with different companies, and it works out best for them. But it's all serviced here at our agency, so they don't have to call a lot of different people to take care of their insurance policies.
Gotcha. Thomas, this virtual component to the expo, just so people understand, of course, the expo itself, booths, people can walk through, there's face-to-face interaction. You guys are taking proper protocols for the current pandemic and things like that. We're encouraging face-to-face with just taking the safety measures. But virtually, it's basically people are kind of getting a page to sell themselves, tell a little bit about their business with, like you said, video or contact information. When will that go live? Will that go live in and around the expo itself, or is it up now, for example?
No, it will go live on November 5th, the day of the expo, of the in-person expo. We will extend the so-called hours all the way to the to the following Sunday, to give our exhibitors the chance to focus fully on the in-person event, and then follow up with emails or with virtual meetings later on in the week, or even schedule meetings throughout the month. So that's the beauty of it. But I just want to make clear that the virtual expo will not be a live broadcast from the Forum River Center. So we will not have a camera and just see all the action in the arena there. We'll have a separate platform, which is a virtual exhibit hall, which you enter, and then you will have like an index with your different businesses, and you will select, let's say, Coosa Valley Financial, and see all their services. You see their logo, you see some little fun interactions there. And for our exhibitors who will use that service, we will open up that website for them probably early next week to start uploading all their images and their information. And, if they need help, we will connect them with Romega Digital, who's taking care of all the internet behind the scenes work there. And we just want them to be ready so they can fully focus on the actually live load-in, which is the Wednesday before that, the expo day, and have everything ready and in place before the in-person event starts on that Thursday. And
one of the advantages of the virtual page, the virtual platform you're offering, it's just part of the fee, right? They get a booth, they get the virtual page, correct?
Correct. You just pay for your booth, which starts right now at $340. Comes with a table, electricity, and all the other amenities that the Forum River Center has to offer. And the virtual component, which has a $300 value per exhibitor, is in this year free. So it's the first time that we're doing this, and it's a totally free service, because we had to plan, two-pronged for this certain event, because, we still don't know what will happen on November 3rd,
Right.
Are the numbers rising? What will the governor say? All the public events are going to be canceled. So we just want to be ready. And we said to begin with, hey, as long as we can go in person, let's go in person and virtual. If the, in-person component, won't happen, then we still have that virtual one. But we wanted to set the statement for our business community, for our local community. We wanted to be there for the businesses and not postpone or cancel an event like so many other events, had to cancel this year.
So basically,
I'm excited to have an event to do after there's been a lot of things canceled, and just things are so different. We're excited to be able to go out and do something. So hoping that it works out where we still can. I think it will.
Yeah.
And the beauty also is it's indoors, we've seen lots of outdoors events this past weekend, which unfortunately got rained out, So we'll be in a warm, cozy, indoor, beautiful arena in the Forum River Center, and they'll take care of us. And we're really looking forward to that.
Yeah. Cindy, as a person participating in the expo, what's interesting to me, another little element to the virtual side of it is, as somebody who, you try to procure new business, when people go to the virtual site, they'll enter their email address. So you basically are able to establish contact with potential customers. So that's an added value. Do you see that as something that's a tremendous upside for you guys?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We love to be able to communicate with people that are interested in our business. So yeah, when someone comes to check out our business, we'll be able to, email more information. We'll probably have some kind of promotional thing, like a drawing or something like that. So we'll have the information in with them and get in touch with them about that. So yeah, I think that's a huge benefit. The whole virtual side of the expo this year is very exciting. and hope that it's something that, just grows every year as an addition to the expo. So it's going to enable us to reach a lot more people. In a lot of ways.
Well, and that's another thing. I think that this is a perfect example that the chamber is doing, that businesses are doing. They may be forced to find new ways to do things during the pandemic, but then they realize this is a great thing. And we will use this forever and ever and ever, conceivably.
There's a lot of things. Like, I think a lot of people are going to continue to meet via Zoom instead of actually leaving to go to a meeting.
Why didn't we think to invest or invent Zoom?
I don't know. I regret it.
Lots of things. I'm digressing here, but I remember being a little boy. I've got a quick story to tell. I remember being a little boy, and we got an early VCR. Remember the old VHS tapes? One of these big, bulky things that sat on top of your television, which sat on the floor. I'm dating myself. And I remember saying something to my dad about, Dad, I just see one day where when you buy a TV, you'll automatically buy a tape recorder, and you'll be able to rent movies. And my dad thought that was the stupidest thing he had ever heard. And then Blockbuster came along, and I was like, Dad, that was my idea when I was 12. Yeah. And of course, now Blockbuster's gone because
that's become obsolete. Because something came on better.
Yeah, technology just keeps moving on.
I no longer think any idea is ridiculous ever. Well, if I start to think that way, I'm like, well, who knows? Maybe.
Well, this virtual page is a great idea, and the fact that people can get excited about the content that they put on it, like you guys are doing, Cindy. But Cindy, what other word of mouth, social media, advertising? What else do y'all do from a marketing perspective? You're tied in here with the chamber, obviously, on this endeavor. But how else do you guys get your name out there in the community?
Well, yeah, social media. So that's a big thing. We try to share posts on social media. We have tried a lot of different things. So we've had a billboard before. We've done some radio ads. We do networking events. So we do, so we're doing the expo. That's probably the biggest event that we do, but we do some other, things on a smaller scale as well, just to, because honestly, the billboards and the radio ads and all that, that's all really helpful. But, going to events where you're able to talk with people, that's really effective too. So we have a wide array of how we get our name out there and what all we do. And there's kind of a person in each department that sort of markets what that part of our business. So, we kind of all handle things a little differently, but yeah, just like on the tax and accounting side, when it gets closer to tax season, we do a lot of marketing, ads at that time. So
how many employees do you have there?
Let's see. I think we currently have 10 employees. Let's see. Nine employees. Sorry.
For those of you listening and not watching the Zoom, for those of you listening, she just literally held up both of her hands and counted on her fingers.
Yeah. I'm just, at some point, I'm going to have to get my toes out. And, well, hopefully we'll get there.
If the business keeps growing.
That's right. Yeah, that's the goal. I have to have fingers and toes to count the employees.
Thomas, how many, regarding the expo, okay, it's at the Forum River Center. It's in a few weeks. But time is running out. How many booths remain? We had mentioned people can reach out to you, but there's still time for people to get involved in this and get their virtual page done and get their booth set up. Correct? All they have to do is reach out to you.
Correct. So we have plenty of time. I just counted before the show. We have 23 days, which is a little bit over 3 weeks. So we have a few booths remaining. Reach out to me. If you have any questions in regards to the virtual component, it might sound complicated, but it's not, I swear. But we'll help everybody. Get this online presence. It's really easy. If you can navigate Facebook, if you can navigate Instagram, you can navigate our virtual expo site. So that was one of the main goals, to make it as easy as possible for you. So, but if you need help, we are there. The folks from Romega Digital, they'll be there. We have a hotline there, and we walk you through. And we'll help you even with the booth setup. We have several different rows. We have 8 rows. In each row, we still have a booth remaining. So if you have special requests from your positioning point of view, just let us know and we help you.
Fantastic. Cindy, what is contact information for you guys if people want to reach out, a website or social media, things like that? How can they get a hold of you if they want to walk in the door and give you a lot of business?
Oh, that would be great. They can call me personally. I'm just kidding. So our probably the best email address for us is info@coosavalley.com. Or if they'd like to call us, the phone number is 706-235-2289. So either of those ways would be the best way to get in touch with us. We do have a website. It's coosavalley.com. It's pretty easy to remember.
Or they can go to the expo and stop by your booth.
That would be best. Yeah. If there's ever a year that I think it's important to participate in the expo or attend the expo, this is it. So Rome's typically a pretty supportive community. I've experienced that personally, and our business has experienced that. So I say continue that trend and let's support our community by going to the expo, talking to the vendors, learning about their businesses. And then, if you are a member of the chamber, of course, sign up and be a participant.
And Thomas, I know one of the things you wanted to touch on as we are slowly pushing closer to the holidays was shop local, right? Let's help get these businesses back on their feet with some good old shop local as you do your holiday shopping.
Correct. So we consider the expo on an annual basis the kickoff for the holiday season, shopping season. And also, I really want to circle back also to the virtual world, to the online world. We are connecting the dots, even in 2020, we connecting some additional dots. We talked about this on this platform before. We have also our Shop Rome, Shop Floyd chamber shopping portal in the build right now, and which is ultimately the goal is to build up a local Amazon. So, we want people, just be comfortable sitting at home, but we want you guys to support our local businesses. So we are currently building up a website, Shop Rome, Shop Floyd, where you can shop all local businesses and support our businesses. But right now the trend is our friend. What I see out there, Broad Street is busy as it was a year ago. What I've seen over the past weekends. And we are hopeful to, kick the season off. And I'm also involved with the DDA, with the Downtown Development Authority, and they have great plans in place for the holiday season. And we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, there's a time and place where finding a parking space, if it's difficult, it bothers you. But now if I'm riding around and I'm having trouble finding a parking space, this is good.
Yeah. Definitely.
Right. Let's get the town up and running again, and I think we're slowly but surely finding a way to do that. Any last thoughts, Cindy?
Just again, this is the year to support the expo. So everybody, let's attend in person if you can, or virtually, and just support our community and our local chamber. And
Thomas, any last thoughts from you at the chamber?
Just for a visitor standpoint, if you just want to visit the expo as a potential customer, or as a swag hunter, there are going to be lots of swags there. There is parking adjacent to the forum in the parking decks there, and we will follow all the CDC guidelines. So we have screening stations, we have sanitizing stations, we have special wayfinding. So we will follow all the CDC guidelines to keep you safe.
And one more time on the date.
November 5th. It's an exciting week for everybody. Thursday, November 5th, load-in for our exhibitors is Wednesday, the day before. Loadout, we want to give you all the time, is that Friday. There will be security overnight in the forum, so you can have your booth set up. But for everybody else, Thursday, November 5th, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And
then, of course, the virtual platform, which will go that day and for a few more days. So again, okay. Well, thank you guys. Thank you, Cindy. That is Cindy Barnette from the Coosa Valley Financial Group. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for supporting the chamber and taking part as a sponsor of the expo this year and participating. Thomas, as always, thank you for what you do at the chamber. And again, thanks for listening. I am Roger Manus. You have been listening to the Roan Floyd Chamber Small Business Spotlight, broadcasting from the Hardy Realty Studios, and we work in cooperation with the Rome News Tribune. Thanks for listening.